Hello. Oh, 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 oh. Good evening, everybody. Demi Keys, as always. I'm here today to talk about a few issues, present, but they're so important. Well, it's freezing in Europe, but it's colder in Canada. I wish to say get well soon, Shemi Malende, or the patients in the UK, in Uganda, or the patients everywhere. I wish my sympathy for those victims of abduction, kidnapping, murder, political persecution, and I would like to thank all NUP people. Whatever you are doing is so important. I do separate leaders from non-leaders, from middle class, from middlemen, from lower people. But I think everyone is doing a tremendous job. It will be very unfair to single out a few people and leave so many. NUP is a big family. NUP is about Uganda. So today, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about NRM. They are being exposed. You remember I said to you, the big wigs in NRM, they are being exposed. You remember I said to you, the cat is out of the bag. Now we know the reasons behind the abduction. Eventually, it came out who was behind. And I knew, I knew, then we knew it was going to be out who was the people abducting, who were the people. We know they are gangster in groups. And then we eventually know Majembele came out and said he was one of those people abducting people. And then I said, we're going to know the vehicles, where they come from, who is using them, who is not using them. So far, we are going to find out. But for me, I want to start with the Minister of Finance, Otafile, Kainde Otafile. What do I know about him? He's very little, but he's enough. Kainde Otafile is a soldier, is a bush warlord, the people who started going into the bush. He came when NRM came to power, I think he was 32 or 34, but they still think that Bobby Wine is so young. And what I know that he is general, and then he lacks clarity. He's a general and he's a politician. NRM is about militarization. And then he was a member of parliament, which he lost in 2016 to somebody who was a prisoner, and he lost in NRM primaries. And what to remember, he was the Minister of Constitutional Affairs. Anything to do with our constitution, to change it, to amend it, he was the head of that ministry. And he was that time when we had Tojo Kwatako removal of the age limit. He was the minister. And the beginning said it will not happen, and then it happened. And then he's been one of those people who have been against the Moho's succession, is saying no, NRM has got to change. So Kaindo Tafile, all I know, he's a parent. And I want to remind him, Kaindo Tafile, you are a parent, you were a father. You went to UK for your son for graduation. But as a father, put politics aside, put your general aside, put your party allegiance aside, think like a parent. Kaindo Tafile, I'm coming to you because of recent you are making some controversial, contradicting, a confusing statement. 1 minute you say those who are abducting NUP people should go in jail. And then another time you say those abducting citizens should be jailed. Yes. And then another time you come and tell us this. Okay. No, that is JJ Odo. So this is what a catalog of words you are telling us, Otafile. You say you don't know. You are tired of those arresting people unlawful. I think, Otafile, in fairness, you are messing up yourselves. You are digging yourself a hole that no one will get you out of this. What is happening? Museveni is dragging everybody to go down with him. We need people who are going to stand up and say, I can no longer do this. So, Otafile, you say you are fed up, you are tired of those arresting Ugandans unlawful. And what we see, you said Motive Kasaja was arrested, Jamshid was arrested, Abtex was dead, Musa from Bali was abducted. It is happening so many times. So what do you want and what do you mean? How can we believe you? We cannot be naive to believe you, Kaindo Tafiri, and we shall never be naive to believe such a message, because what NRM ministers you are doing, you are cooking up all this. The interpretation in Uganda is so bad. When people come from diaspora, interpretation is different. Somebody takes your money, that person will get excused and it will be defended. And you end up as a victim. You end up as stupid. You end up as somebody who don't have a case. That is the interpretation in Uganda. It's just like, I'll give you an example. I'm sorry to say this. I'll give you an example. Just like when I look at Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Museveni, Ronaldo is 37, Museveni has been in power 36. Every time Ronaldo scores a goal for Man United, Man United, most of them, they say he's the best, he must be playing blah, 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 blah. The same, Museveni will do 1 kilometer of a road, and NRM, they will say they are making roads. Baby Kuru will tell CNN he's making roads. Everybody will say, then Museveni will come and tell you, I'm going to put up the salaries for you. People, they will say, he's the best, he's the best, he's the best, he's the best. And then the salaries are not there. For me, I'm not surprised that Ugandans, they change. Ugandans, they come to your rally, they don't give you the vote. Uganda, they give you them rice to eat, they'll be happy and they will be happy to surrender and give their votes. That's about naivety. People, they are vulnerable to the extent that they cannot turn down cheeky bribes. Only the food, only the rice, only the meat, only the soda, just like that, and then they will. But Kaindo Tafiri, back to you. Parents are crying, families are crying. You are here making controversial statement. You are making controversial statement, Kaindo Tafiri. All those who are abducting NUP should go in prison. How many people have they gone in prison? I'm tired of those people arresting NUP people unlawful. What have you done? Kaindo Tafire, is a shame that you have gone on to instruct the police to investigate. Those people were taken to Kenya and then apprehend them. But you haven't taken any step to investigate in abduction. Who is abducting these people? The drones. As a Minister of Internal Affairs, you should know everything is happening in our country. You can ask URA, what are these vehicles without number plate? Because you will pay number plate in URA. You should ask traffic officers. You should ask the car dealers, car traders. You should use the CCTV camera, of all which a taxpayer is paying back the loan over $200 US. We borrowed to have CCTV camera in Uganda. So you have got enough tools. We have got the police. So how comes that you cannot pin out, you cannot waste money to investigate the case? You are saying that these people, they should go in prison. These people, they should be done like this. What steps have you done? We cannot accept this. As a minister, a former minister of constitutional affairs, you made a statement that left me embarrassed. You made a statement when you said that constituency, do you know how constituencies are created? It's very simple. Mouth pass, census orientated. Quotas, it is in our constitution. Constitution must be created by quotas. That means every 10 years when we have a census, that they count the people, and when they count the people, the numbers will determine whether we need a constituency or not. What happens? The NRM, you want numbers, so you cut constituency after constituency, gerrymandering. That is what you are doing for you to keep yourself into power. But the people, whether they ask you for constituency, it doesn't matter. It has got to go after census, and it has got to be quota, census quota. That is what it is. So I was embarrassed. Ugandans, you went by this word, wherever, to poke in the back, wherever. No, we should forget all these things making people funny. For me, I don't even give it notice. So, Kaindo Tafire, you must resign. Kaindo Tafire, you must put investigation there in police. Kaindo Tafire, you must stop the abduction. You will Minister of Internal Affairs. You have all the power and you can. You have got power over the police. You got tools, you got everything. Tell us, where is the money doing? What do you do if they cannot apprehend these people? So Kaindo Tafire, we leave it for you. So but I'm telling you, you must resign. You must have investigation. Stop joking. Stop contradicting. Stop changing your statements, and stop jumping as you opened up. You opened up offices for the police, and those offices, they belong to Kaihura. So, another point. Museveni went to US. Many people, you are dismayed, you are complaining. I don't blame you. You are 100% right. But let me tell you something. On 6th of April 2022, 2021, Bobi Wine went to Geneva. And when he went to Geneva, that is when he pressed the button. I want everybody to hear this. I came, I made live, and I said to you, he made conditions to the world, what he wants. He made conditions. And I said to you, it will have an impact. It will be fruitful. Some people, they said, no, it will not. But I said to you, it will. He gave conditions, what he wants them to do. So far, they have been listening to NUP. NUP leaders were in the UK. Bobi Wine has been in the EU. Bobi Wine has been in Geneva. Bobi Wine has been in America. Bobi Wine is going everywhere. You know, this is what people are saying. Everything has got two sides. For now, they know Museveni. They have been dealing with Museveni for a long time. Now they are calling him, this is the last day, last chance in a saloon. It's a catch-22 from Museveni to go to America. They are not going to stop him, that don't go back. Catch-22, they are going to tell him face to face, your time is up. We want you to have free and fair election. Don't make your son a successor. You have to stop abducting NUP. You have to start respecting Constitution. They'll read and spread it to him. We won't read it, we won't have it in the place, but I can promise you these are the words Joe Biden is going to tell Museveni. Museveni will walk away and he will not take action. And this is the time they will justify to their nation they have warned him. Don't forget, in Geneva, Chidiowa was given recommendation what to do, and he said he would do it. He promised. But if he doesn't do it, it's win or to win. They are collecting all the evidence. Just like I'm saying to you, people, they don't understand why they sanctioned Kaihura. 3 years ago, he was sanctioned in America. Now he's been sanctioned in the UK. People you don't know, but these people, they have got evidence, they have got winner to win. They collect lot of evidence to get to the bottom of something. Kaihura, as we stand for now, remember he was under house arrest, he never appeared. Kaihura is a vehicle of so many. You remember he used to say transaction, business transaction. So many that arose for NRM. And for them to put sanctions, they know, this is why I've been always telling you on a Choto Reloaded. If you want to fight a dictator, you have to cut the branches. Or anything you want to fight, you have to cut the branches. And the Kaihura is very big. Just as you saw Otafire, when he went to open up offices for the police, he opened up offices. The block they have got Kaihura block. So why? Are they named after Kaihura or they belong to Kaihura? I leave it to you. You go to the car park, to the bus park of Namaib. There is also hostels called the Kare Hostel. They belong to Kaihura. So for them to ban Kaihura to go to America, to freeze his assets, they have got loads of evidence. So many Ugandans, they get used to stand for these people and maybe buy a mortgage back. But here they know it by classes. Whatever job you do, they know how much money you earn per year, how much money you will earn in 20 years. And they will know for you to have a house, there must be. So they will dig into that. You can beat the system, it's all right, they will get the taxes. They will dig into that and they will find out where that money comes from. So for all these sanctions on Kaihura, they've got a reason why there is so many sanctions. And a clue I'm giving you, we have the houses for the police. The name Kaihura is there. You want to tell me it's the government who built this word? It's not. So the big wigs in NRM, they are in trouble. They are being exposed, they like it or not. Mao has been exposed. He gave us 7 promises. 100 days he hasn't worked on anything. Nabanja has been exposed big time. Winodolo justice exposed. Just as Chiriowa, Attorney General, he was in Geneva and he was exposed big time. So the owners is only anybody in NRM to stand up and do what is right, or continue exposing themselves, messing up themselves. As it stands for now, it's the problem they have in NRM. They are not only exposing themselves, they are not exposing themselves in Uganda, but in the whole world, because there is an interest. As I said that, the moment Bobby Wine pressed that button, NRM, they are in big trouble. Bobby Wine yakubaka jiwat. From then you just know how things they are moving. We are having sanctions, we are having bans, we are having all this. Nothing is in the favor of NRM. So Museveni has headed up to America and he's going to be warned face to face. You stop this, you don't stop it, then you know what is coming. But you know what? Dictators, they don't listen, they don't hear that, and they don't want to know. So our solution, Ugandans in diaspora, aren't you tired? Ugandans in diaspora, can't you see that? So they have been exposed because they've been so inconsistent. They are contradicting themselves. The exposure is on them. The NRM now you can see, Anita Mongi has not been in parliament. While she's been missing, Tayeb has been in the hot seat. And Tayeb has been making mistake after mistake. And Anita Mongi ran away, she knows. Only to find out Namugonza, I didn't know, the husband that who is a registrar that was threatened, that was the husband of Namugonza. Because the marriage of Anita Mongi is fake. She cannot give where that marriage took place, but she wants the marriage to be registered. All she's doing is abuse of power. Talk about me, I do this to you. Talk about me, I use the force to bring you down. So what we have to know now, Museveni, I know this is the last warning. People, you must say that, oh, no. It's the last warning. They are going to tell him now it's gone. They are going to tell him this and this and this on his face. This is those who have lived in developed countries. You must know this is how people regard things. It's not there. They will not do it and they will not change. And they do process by process. Eventually they get there. They will get there. For me, I'm very, very patient. I said to you, Geneva will bear fruits, and we are seeing it's bearing fruits. I said to you, Ligo will win over Lumbuye when he was in Turkey. It won. I keep on telling you these things, which way we have to go, which way we have to do. But people, they want things like popcorns. Pa, 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 pa. I'm looking at this, I feel very sorry. I feel very sad that we had a breakthrough on Nina for a chain and she dropped and the woman is coming back. So how do we understand this, that to bring down a dictator, you cut the tree? A chain could dare come back into the camel. A tree will not show off. You see, every time Matia Kasaja comes, I come and I say no. So we should be consistent. We should persevere. We should. Are you lacking stamina? We are at the time where I see so many Ugandans are tired. Those who used to do live after live, share my benefit every morning. I can't see you. Connection you used to do, I can't see you. Many people used to come and speak. Maria, Mercy, or Bobby, whatever. You used to come and hear. Ibra, Cassandra, Bobby. Where are you? At this time, I can see people, they are tired. This is not the time to get tired. And the problem, when you get tired, you get angry. You start attacking ourselves. We should be attacking this. Kaindo Tafile, you are contradicting. Kaindo Tafile, you are misleading. Chiriowa, you went in Geneva and lied. It embarrassed Uganda. Nabanja, how can you get a woman from prison when we have women in prison? And Justice Owino Dolo, how can your judiciary be like this? Then we tackle Mao. Mao, when he went, he said that issue gave us 7 points. One of them was the issue for prisoners. You haven't freed them. But also the case in the court, they wanted to have a constitutional review, but you haven't given a chance or a date. So what's the purpose of taking Segling and back to court, back to prison, back to court. You change, you adjourn, you do it. But Ugandans, you know what? We have the tools, we have the power, we have the energy to stop all this going ahead, to stop these people doing what they are doing. If we unsettle them, it can be a start. Just as you heard the son of Otafire was saying to Mhoz, the things you were doing is going to leave us to go in exile. So we need to understand small things like that are very impactful. They've got an impact, is what we have to be doing. If you were having drones on M7, keep them. If you were gunning for Rusachen, do it. But other people, they hear a story, they spice it, they spice like Fahad in Subuka. You are good at that. Nina talks about material design, you bring a topic, but now Uganda ekizibu kye tulina kwagala kwozaayozamu. You hear somebody makes a topic, you say, I can do better, I didn't say it. Omumpi wakoma wakwata. At this time, we should be focusing and dealing, piling much. Our best tactics should be overwhelm. Overwhelm can take us to Kunga. And also, let us use what we have. These people, they are giving us a lot of work to feed on, lot of stories to feed on. Instead of going, oh, look at our president. Every time they say to him, they're going to poison you, they're going to stop you. Bobby Wine, we go there. I think that is what they call independent mind. He has heard what you were saying, but he's got independent. Also, he's got stubbornness. He's got a good stubbornness. He's got civil disobedience that he's going to go and counter and overcome that person. And boy, he has overcome wherever is in his way. It doesn't take away that his life is in danger, but you better go and face your enemy than running away. Most NUP you want to run away. We have to stay in their face. We have to keep on going after them. We have to keep on debating with them. We have to believe we will take them on. If you say you want power, who are you who want power? If you don't say anything, then they take it. So many people, they're saying, I think, for me, they're naive. For people to say NUP members should leave the parliament. No, it shouldn't be like that. You leave the parliament, the dictator will do everything they want. They will do whatever they want, and then by the time you come back, it's all done. That is what happened to Jukwatako. Rutamaguzi said to Semujunganda, Msereko, don't go for the football match in Tanzania. They went. When they went, Museveni gathered everybody, took them to Serena in a hotel, locked them. They decide members what, members report and what, and it was done to Chubaka. For me, from that day, that's when I said end of Semuju. You can get excited when he speaks, but at what, have you ever seen any action from Semuju? Even for FDC, Semuju has never taken any action. He can speak whatever he wants. He can say, oh, Museveni change. Museveni, we need change. He will never say we want to take over power. Leave change for who? So for me, with the Nsereko, I can hear no Semuju, I'll be excited. Good words, but they are not to nothing, I'm telling you. So the main topic, the big wigs in NRM, they are in big trouble. They are being exposed because of their contradiction, their inconsistency, and they are being exposed. And at this time, we got them where we want them to be. Museveni going to US, yes, I understand. But it is a catch, it is the end. They are giving him the last chance, face to face. We have been keeping you in power. You do this, go back and do this. That will be the end for him. And I'm sure They are going to speak to him and also make sure he agrees or whatever. He promises them something. So every story has got two sides. This is how they work, you like it or not. They've had our case, they have to hear Museveni's case. And eventually he had to go. Good luck, let him go. For me, I believe they're going to sit him and say at the end, know your son's succession. No unfair, free and fair election. No persecution of opposition. Democracy, you try and apply. Because at this time, so many bans, they are affecting Uganda. What shall I say? A lot in the lot. But I think I've said quite a lot. But Otafile, you were a parent. Free of political prisoners. Investigate in the case. Investigate in the drones. You have got the tools. You are the Minister of Internal Affairs. If you think time will come for you to escape, it will never be. Because as we speak for now, J.J. Odong was the Minister of Internal Affairs. He's accountable of NUP people who missed during and after election. So Otafile, is up to you. You take my word, you take my advice, the time is up, you resign. It's the best way to go peacefully. But we shall not accept this. Uganda has become a laughing stock. Drones are back. Majembele is guarded by the police. Majembele is saying he's going to kill NUP, but still is guarded by the police. At what time are you going to protect Ugandans? Those is going to kill. At what time Ugandans are going to feel protected by their country? At what time are you going to say enough is enough? We want rule of law in Uganda. We don't want violence. We are all Ugandans. We sit, we talk, and we interact, we engage with one another, regardless what we are. But we are all Ugandans. Don't squeeze Ugandans. Don't make Ugandans for NRM. Uganda has got to be for all Ugandans. For that, I end. NUP. People power, our power, NUP everywhere, everywhere. NUP salute.